Well, welcome to the call. I'm Dr. Rita McGuire. I am the Chief Medical Officer for Wakanna. I'm also one of the co-founders of Wakanna. We'll talk about who Wakanna is and the company, but tonight we're going to really jump in and talk about how cannabis can be an option for those who have arthritis. So our topic tonight is CBD and Arthritis Relief. And it was really prompted by this article that was just published September 24th. And it's the Arthritis Foundation and issues about CBD. In fact, the Arthritis Foundation is among the first major patient advocacy group that actually told 50 million arthritis patients what to look for when choosing CBD or cannabidiol. This group did not recommend using CBD to treat arthritis symptoms, though it noted that people with arthritis show significant improvement and interest when they use CBD for their pain. So what is arthritis? The term arthritis refers to joint pain or joint disease. There are over 100 different types of arthritis and related conditions. Arthritis, in fact, is the leading cause of disability in America. It affects more than 50 million adults and over 300 children. In fact, in children, they just put a new name for arthritis. It's called idiopathic juvenile arthritis. Arthritis is more common in women. In fact, twice as many women have arthritis than men. Arthritis is frequently found higher in people as they age. And common symptoms of arthritis include joint swelling, pain, stiffness, and decreased range of motion. Symptoms can range in severity. They can come and go. Severe arthritis typically leads to chronic pain, and it really makes it very difficult for people to accomplish their daily tasks. Some types of arthritis that we'll talk about tonight, which is the autoimmune type, can also affect the heart, the lungs, the kidney, the skin, and the eyes. So when we look at a healthy joint on the very far left, you can see that the fluid around the cartilage and the joint is very normal, meaning it's not inflamed. You don't see a lot of disruption of the cartilage. In osteoarthritis, you see that the cartilage starts to erode. And in rheumatoid arthritis, which is an inflammatory disease and an autoimmune disease, you can see that the fluid is very inflamed. You see the architecture of the cartilage and the bones are also disruptive as well. So we'll talk about degenerative arthritis. Degenerative arthritis, the most common type is osteoarthritis. This occurs when the cartilage wears away. We see that as people age. You talk about bone on bone. Well, that is osteoarthritis. The causing of the bones to rub against each other is just that normal wear and tear as we age. The pain comes when bone spurs start to develop. So we see pain, we see swelling, and we see stiffness. Mild or moderate symptoms of osteoarthritis can be managed in the following ways: by regular exercise, hot and cold therapies, maintaining a healthy weight, strengthening muscles around the joint, and using assistive devices. Now, osteoarthritis can be different from rheumatoid arthritis in the fact that rheumatoid arthritis, which we're going to talk about now, typically causes pain and swelling upon awakening. Typically, people with rheumatoid arthritis wake up with swollen metacarpal joints. Those are the joints in the hand that are around your knuckles. Two examples of inflammatory arthritis are one, rheumatoid arthritis and psoriatic arthritis. These are two examples of an autoimmune arthritis. That's when your own body, the immune system isn't healthy and it mistakenly starts to attack the joints and cause a lot of inflammation. Long term, this causes joint erosion and may damage even internal organs like the liver, the lungs, the heart, and even the eyes. What causes rheumatoid and psoriatic arthritis? Well, researchers believe it's a combination of genetics, environmental factors, even smoking can lead to an autoimmune disorder. So again, with inflammatory types of arthritis, early diagnosis is very key and aggressive treatment is crucial to prevent and minimize permanent damage to joints. So look at this schematic diagram. Again, rheumatoid arthritis occurs typically in the knuckle, in the joints called the metacarpal joints. Degenerative or osteoarthritis typically attack these joints, the distal and the proximal joints of the hands. You can see in rheumatoid arthritis, there's a lot of inflammation, there's a lot of cytokines that are causing inflammation and starts to destroy the architecture of the joints. We even have something called infectious arthritis. So if a bacteria, a virus, a fungus enters the joint, it can create inflammation. Some examples of infectious arthritis include Salmonella and Shigella, which are food poisoning events that can occur and cause infectious arthritis. Even STDs like chlamydia and gonorrhea. Boy, I haven't seen this since medical school, but I did have a patient that had a STD, gonorrhea, that caused a lot of infectious arthritis. And even hepatitis C, blood-borne infections, can cause infectious arthritis. So it's important to treat infectious arthritis timely with antibiotics so that the joint infection may clear, but some cases causes chronic and long-term arthritis. The next type of arthritis that you see commonly is called metabolic arthritis, known as gout. This is when people have high levels of uric acid that their body can't get rid of, and it starts to accumulate in the joints. This accumulation can turn into a needle-like crystal, and typically the joint is the big toe, that big metacarpal that causes a lot of gout attacks. Very debilitating, very painful. Again, gout can become chronic and cause ongoing pain and disability. So how do you diagnose arthritis? Well, typically your primary care physician may diagnose this by getting a series of x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, physical exam, a good history. Again, rheumatoid arthritis is differentiated from osteoarthritis by the length of time the pain and swelling occurs, and typically rheumatoid arthritis causes pain and swelling upon awakening. That pain and swelling starts to decrease with physical activity. Your doctor may also do urine tests and even sometimes biopsy the joint fluid. From there, you may be referred to a specialist, a rheumatologist. A rheumatologist is a specialist that specializes in joint disease and autoimmune diseases. And sometimes you may have to even go further and see an orthopedic surgeon that may need to perform joint surgery or even joint replacements due to the erosion of the joints due to arthritis. Many times the autoimmune arthritis, like psoriatic arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, can start to affect other organs in the body. So organs like the eye, so you may have to see an ophthalmologist, or the skin, you may have to see a dermatologist, and even the mouth, seeing a dentist. So a lot of these healthcare professionals may have to come in for treatment and diagnosis options. When we think about the treatment, there are many forms of treatment. We have first-line medications that are used many times, like gabapentin or even lidocaine patches. Second-line medications, tramadol, lidocaine patches, and capsaicin patches, and even third-line medications like strong opioids, Botox, and again, we're going to talk about how cannabinoids and cannabis come in play in treating arthritis. Painkillers that we talk about, like Tylenol, reduce pain, but they do nothing to reduce inflammation. Opioids are often prescribed, unfortunately. These opioids we see in opioid epidemic can cause mental and or physical dependence. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs can also be used to treat arthritis. Those are drugs like Motrin and Aleve and ibuprofen. They help reduce pain and inflammation, but unfortunately, they have pretty serious side effects with long-term use. Stomach irritation, GI bleeds, risk of heart attack and strokes just from a benign medication like Motrin and Aleve. Counter irritants are creams and ointments that are also used to relieve pains in the joints. Disease-modifying anti-rheumatic drugs. Those are drugs like Plaquenil. You may be on the line and you may have rheumatoid arthritis. Again, these drugs are used to slow or stop the immune system from attacking the joints. Again, rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease where the body thinks that it is foreign. Even drugs like biologic response modifiers. Those are your drugs like Humira. You may hear about Humira on the TV and see ads, or you may be on that drug. These drugs are genetically engineered drugs that target various protein molecules that are involved in the immune response. Corticosteroids are used many times to reduce inflammation, but they also suppress your immune system. They cause your sugar level to rise. Long-term use, of course, of corticosteroids can cause osteoporosis. Physical therapy can help some types of arthritis. Targeted exercises, mainly swimming and yoga, also can help strengthen muscles around the joints. And many times, if these other options don't work, surgery may be suggested. Surgery to repair joints, to replace joints, and even to fuse smaller joints. Some lifestyle and home remedies, and you know I'm really big on a holistic way of addressing and treating chronic illnesses like arthritis, is weight loss. You know, weight loss can really help to decrease the amount of weight on those joints. Exercise, especially with rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis patients, when they wake up, they're miserable. They have swelling, they have joint pain. But as they start moving and getting those joints more flexible, it improves their pain. So exercises such as swimming and water aerobics are really good options. Hot and cold packs, applying heating pads or ice packs may help relieve arthritis pains. And even assistive devices such as canes and walkers are sometimes used short-term as the arthritis is improving. A big thing that I talk about in my practice is diet. Making sure that your diet is an anti-inflammatory diet is key. Making sure you're incorporating foods that you see here on the slide. Your fish, your nuts, your berries, your good fats, and your grains. Trying to incorporate a plant-based diet and taking away the processed foods and fried foods truly is part of your treatment. Exercise, I can't stress enough. Again, stretching, yoga, Tai Chi, water exercises, cycling, Pilates, strength training, and hand exercises are key to improving those who have arthritis. Some alternative medicine Also that can be used is acupuncture. Glucosamine, some studies found that glucosamine has helped with those who have some knee osteoarthritis. Chondroitin, again, can provide some modest relief. Again, yoga, tai chi, and massage. I can't stress enough how massaging the muscles can increase blood flow to temporarily relieve pain as well. So let's move into how cannabis can help with those who have arthritis. Well, cannabis has two species. One species is the hemp species that contains a high level of CBD or cannabidiol and a low level of THC, which is tetrahydrocannabinol. The other species that cannabis makes is the marijuana. That means that is a species that has the high level of THC and a lower level of CBD. Tonight, we're going to be talking about CBD extracted from the hemp species. CBD, cannabidiol, is a non-psychoactive part of the plant that gives you all of the medicinal properties without the high. THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, again, is the part of the plant that gives you the high and has some medicinal properties, but truly is the cannabidiol, the CBD, that has more of the medicinal properties that we need when we talk about conditions like arthritis. So let's look at CBD. It may be a little blurry to you, but cannabidiol has a long list of medicinal properties. It's antibacterial. And when we talked about the infectious arthritis, like the arthritis caused by Shigella or Salmonella, or the STDs like gonorrhea or chlamydia or even hepatitis C, we need that antibacterial and antifungal properties that CBD offers. As well as CBD helps to relieve pain. It helps to reduce inflammation. It reduces also all of the effects that autoimmune disorders also bring apart. So it's neuroprotective. It's great for neurodegenerative diseases like osteoarthritis and many, many more properties that CBD affords. It helps with anxiety. It helps with depression. It's a vasorelaxant. It helps with psoriasis. And we've talked about psoriatic arthritis as well. So many, many benefits that CBD has. Let's look at the other cannabinoids like CBG and CBC and even delta-9 THC. These other cannabinoids that the plant affords us have medicinal properties in relieving pain, in stimulating the appetite, in helping to relieve nausea and vomiting, and actually helping with bacteria and slowing bacterial growth. Promoting bone growth. So when we talk about cannabinoids, when we talk about all of these compounds the plant makes, absolutely it has a beneficial effect on those who have arthritis. So how does CBD and the other cannabinoids work? Well, they work through a system, a regulatory system called the endocannabinoid system. This system every vertebrae has. Every person has an endocannabinoid system. This system regulates and modulates appetite, digestion, and metabolism. This system modulates and regulates our cardiovascular function, inflammation, and pain. It modulates and regulates our immune function as well as energy and thermogenesis. It regulates memory, neural development, and learning. It regulates synaptic plasticity and movement. And it regulates stress, mood, and sleep-wake cycles. So this is a very vital regulatory system that helps keep our body in balance. This system is made up of receptors. These receptors, CB1 and CB2 receptors that are found in the brain and the central nervous system, as well as the immune system in the periphery. So that's why when cannabinoids are used in those who have osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis or even gout, metabolic arthritis, these receptors are looking for cannabinoids to put those areas of inflammation back in balance. So you can see these receptors are also found in different parts of the body: the heart, the lung, the liver, the kidney, the skin, the intestinal tract, the spleen, and even the bones and muscles. So the endocannabinoid system is how CBD, THC, and the other cannabinoid system works, along with the receptors that are looking for cannabinoids to put the body back in balance. So CBD is an alternative option for arthritis. In fact, the Arthritis Foundation made the following statements about CBD and arthritis. They said that we are intrigued by the potential of CBD to help people find pain relief and are on record urging the FDA to expedite the study and regulation of these products. One of the primary benefits of CBD for arthritis patients is the positive effect it has on pain. In fact, the Journal of Pain found that CBD decreased joint inflammation and served, remember we talked, it is a neuroprotectant to nerves. CBD interacts again with the body's endocannabinoid system. We just talked about the endocannabinoid system. How does it do that? Well, specifically it impacts the CB2 receptors, which are found in the immune system and the periphery, which in turn decreases pain and inflammation. CBD also can be taken in different forms. There's oils, there's topicals, there's tinctures, there's edibles, and even there are capsules on the market. So if you're on the line and you're a healthcare professional, I don't want to bore lay people, but there are so many studies that have shown that CBD, cannabidiol, actually helps to prevent pain and nerve damage. And what they did was they injected rats with chemicals that caused osteoarthritis. And what they showed after they gave these rats osteoarthritis, they gave them CBD. And at the end of the study, they found that CBD decreased inflammation, it decreased pain, and it even helped to improve the nerve myelination in joints. Another study also showed a transdermal or topical CBD, also in rats, reduced inflammation and pain. Another study showed that receptors, not only CB1 and CB2, but GPR55, these receptors in the endocannabinoid system were found to improve not only pain, but inflammation in rats who had osteoarthritis. So really exciting to see how these studies have been shown to reduce those symptoms in those who have osteoarthritis, be it rheumatoid, osteo, and metabolic arthritis. So again, there's a lot that can be done to help those with arthritis. There are holistic measures that we all can take to help those that we love that have arthritis: diet, exercise, as well as CBD, cannabis to improve joint function and motility. Here, the Arthritis Foundation again just put out a statement saying, please look at CBD as an option for arthritis. So let's get into our product line here at Wakanna. I am excited to show you how our products have been used in many different chronic illnesses and diseases. Wakanna is, let me get to my next slide. I'm sorry about that. Let's see here. And it's not showing, of course, Murphy's Law. Let's go up here to the slide. Wakanna is the only minority-owned cannabis CBD company in Illinois. We're excited that we've launched this company on April 20th. And truly our mission and vision is to really help people get on the other side of knowledge on how the non-psychoactive part of the plant, CBD, can help in so many ways in your health. Our product line is superior to any product line on the market. We know that CBD, cannabidiol products, are found everywhere. In the grocery store, in the gas station, CVS and Walgreens, smoke shops. But here at Wakanna, we have 2 product lines available for those who, one, can have a little bit of THC in their system. That's our power line. Our power line has the legal limit, which is 0.3% or less of THC, which is a full spectrum line. That means that is the entire plant that contains the cannabinoids we spoke about, CBD, CBN, CBG, delta-9 THC, as well as terpenes and flavonoids that give the product the full potency on a cellular level to decrease inflammation and pain. And then we have our Pure line. That is our broad spectrum product. That's a product for those who have random drug screens that have random drug screens at their job. And so a Pure broad spectrum product is that product for you. That product contains less than 0.0% of THC. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through some of our products, and some of my slides did not load. So I'm going to stop the presentation as I always do, and we're going to show some of these slides, some of these products to you. And I'm here at the hospital on call as usual. We're going to show some of the products to you and how you can use them if you're on the line and you know someone that's on the line that suffers from arthritis. So our power line includes our tinctures. And so our tinctures are different potency. We have a Hempranium MD, which is a 750 milligram potency in a 15 ml bottle. The thing about CBD that you should understand is not all CBD is made equally. CBD needs to be tested. It needs to be third-party regulated and tested. Why is that important? Well, hemp is a bioaccumulator. And just imagine as you're growing a hemp plant, and this hemp plant is accumulating anything that's in the soil. Our products are grown on organic soil in farms in Colorado, Oregon, as well as Kentucky. Our products are double certified and third-party validated, ensuring that the products contain no mold, mildew, pesticides, heavy metals, and the amount of cannabinoids are what the bottle says are in them. When you deal with someone that has an autoimmune deficiency, like a rheumatoid arthritis or even a lupus or fibromyalgia, it's important that a product is organic, right? It's important that the product is organic because any non-organic or GMO product or a product that may have pesticides and heavy metals, even in a trace amount, can cause an immunocompromised person to become ill. So we are very proud that our products are pure, they are tested. Our products are tinctures, this power product. You use it by placing it underneath the tongue. You need to hold that product underneath the tongue for 60 seconds before you swallow so that that product can get into the bloodstream. I love pairing tinctures with topicals whenever you're dealing with any condition that affects joint pain and inflammation. Starting low and starting slow is the recommended dosing. 3 drops in the morning, 3 drops in the evening is a great way to slowly introduce CBD. Within 4 days, my recommendation to my patients is then you can increase that dose to 6 drops in the morning and 6 drops in the evening until you get the resolution of your symptoms. We also at Wakanna offer a water-soluble product. A water-soluble product is a product that can be infused in your water, your juice, your coffee, your tea, your smoothie, your food. It's a great way to get CBD and not have to hold a product underneath your tongue. Water-soluble products are a great product for seniors that may have dementia, that also may not be able to hold that tincture or that oil underneath the tongue. Another product that we have at Wakanna is a product you can bake with, you can cook with. It's a great product that can be infused in your cookies or brownies, but again, sugar is one of those items that is causing a lot of inflammation. So when we talk about arthritis again, we want to stay with a plant-based diet, free from sugar, free from processed food, but definitely you can use our culinary oil, our culinary tincture that can be infused in your cooking and baked goods. Now the power line, remember, is that line that contains 0.3% or less of THC. If you have random drug screens at your job, you want to use our broad spectrum product, which is our pure line. Our pure line is the line that contains less than 0.0% THC. Again, the pure line water soluble is a great product that you can infuse in your water, your juice, your tea, your coffee, your smoothie. You can use it orally. You don't have to hold it underneath your tongue. You can put 3 drops in your mouth and swallow in the morning, 3 drops in the evening to start out to slowly introduce CBD into your system. Another product that is a great product for inflammation and pain is our vape oil cartridges. Our vape oil cartridges, the onset of action is within 1 to 5 minutes. The reason why I love my patients to have a vape on hand is for any acute attacks of gout, acute attacks of inflammation and pain. Within 1 to 5 minutes, vaping CBD can cause relief. Now, vaping has been in the news. We've all heard of, unfortunately, people dying, people having these mysterious lung diseases from vaping. The vaping that the FDA, the samples that the FDA sampled in these patients that have gotten really sick are black market products that are purchased on the street in the black market. These products were sampled and were found to have rat poison, opioids, vitamin E. Vitamin E, why would you put vitamin E in a vape oil cartridge? Well, it's a cheap way of using a carrier oil. It was also found in these cartridges, nicotine, fentanyl, very dangerous and life-threatening compounds were found in these cartridges. These compounds, these ingredients are not found in Wakanna vape oil cartridges. Our cartridges are sealed. You can't open, you can't tamper with our cartridges. They are 100% organic CBD with a carrier of hemp seed oil, along with black seed and turmeric to enhance the anti-inflammatory properties that we're needing to address. So vaping with Wakanna vape oil cartridges are a very safe and effective way of addressing acute onset of inflammation and pain. We even have gummies. We have gummies that address inflammation and pain. We have a broad spectrum gummy, and we have a full spectrum gummy, our power gummy, that contains 0.3% or less of THC, which is the legal limit of THC, and our broad spectrum that contains less than 0.0% of THC. Gummies are a great way to use for those with arthritis at night. I love suggesting to my patients to have a gummy at night so that it can help them not only sleep, but we are addressing inflammation when they sleep. Each gummy is 25 milligrams of CBD. Our gummies are infused, they're not coated. Our gummies are vegan and they're non-GMO. So this is a healthy gummy that will cause a decrease in inflammation and address pain, as well as it helps with the serotonin and dopamine pathways in the brain to help you sleep. We understand that when we sleep and we get in that deep REM restorative sleep, that's when our body heals. That's when we can get a decrease in inflammation. Now, the only thing that I don't have, which is the most important thing, is our topical. I don't have an example of the topical because every single patient I saw today purchased it, so I am completely out of our Power Relief. We have two topicals at Wakanna. We have a Power Extreme Relief, which is a 200 milligram in a 15 ml jar. It also contains 0.3% or less of THC. Now this topical is called Extreme because it has 9 certified organic essential oils that address inflammation. It has black seed, turmeric, arnica, menthol crystals, clove, eucalyptus, peppermint. Amazing enhancement to CBD to address inflammation. And what I love about our Extreme Topical Relief is that you only need a little. You need just a pinky amount of cream to apply topically to get a local relief. And what I recommend is pairing that topical with your tincture or your water soluble with a gummy at night. I'm telling you, the combination of those three and a vape with those acute onset attacks, the combination of that synergy really has found profound relief in my patients. The other topical we have is our Power Relief. It's not as extreme as the first product we talked about, but it is a 500 milligram CBD in a 60 ml jar. So it's not as concentrated as the Extreme, but definitely it is another product that you can use for topical relief. So what is my recommendation? My recommendation is, one, to get the tincture into the body at least twice a day. 2, to use that topical relief on those local areas at least twice a day. 3, to use that gummy at night for sleep and additional decrease in inflammation. And also to have that vape cartridge on hand for those acute flare-ups. Again, Wakanna, our products are tested, and that's really important. As a chief medical officer, it is imperative that we offer safe and effective products for our patients to ensure that there is no mold, mildew, pesticides, heavy metals, and to assure that the potency of the cannabinoids like the CBD, the THC, the CBN, the CBC, and the CBG, as well as the terpenes and the flavonoids, are a part of our full spectrum products. A little note about terpenes. Terpenes are what gives the plant, the cannabis plant, its aroma. So when you smell the flower, you smell that musty, kind of woody, kind of skunky smell. Those are terpenes you're smelling. Terpenes also have medicinal benefits on the body. Terpenes help to relieve inflammation. Terpenes help to relieve pain. Terpenes help with sleep and anxiety as well. Terpenes that are included in our products are beta-carotene, linalool, and pinene. Those are terpenes that are the top 3 that address inflammation and address pain, as well as addressing anxiety and depression. But just think about it. Someone that has severe or even mild to moderate arthritis, be it osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis or gout, metabolic arthritis, it's a very stressful and anxiety provoking and debilitating disease. So that's why CBD not only addresses the inflammation and pain, but CBD also addresses the anxiety, the sleep deprivation that millions and millions of Americans endure when they have arthritis. So now what I'm going to do before we open it up for questions or take questions in our chat, we're going to have a testimony here, and I am going to allow my business partner, Shannon King, who is a registered nurse, who has rheumatoid arthritis, give you her testimony and give you her story very quickly about how CBD has changed her life. So let's see if we can unmute Shannon King. I'm going to look for you, Shannon. And I see you here, and I'm going to allow you to talk. Take it away, Shannon.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Okay, thank you for having me. So first off, I'd just like to say you gave a wealth of information. I really appreciate even being allowed to hear this information, because I've learned even some things, you know. Even being a nurse, you can always learn new things. So having said that, just a little bit about my testimony. So I started using, so a little bit about my history. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at the age of 17. That was over 30 years ago. I am 50 now. I just turned 50 this past December. And so throughout all of that time, I battled with arthritis and the pain and, you know, just enduring all that came with that. I've had my knees drained. I know you mentioned a lot of different aspects of arthritis and what it entails. So much of that hit home. I've had my knees drained. I've been on crutches. Stressful times in my life I've had, you know, where it gets exacerbated and it's difficult to even pick up objects and to get out of the bed in the morning. So I ended up going to the Pink Rush, which was an event with African-American women, or women. It was really women of all ethnicities. But it was a conference where where people spoke about the different aspects of cannabis and CBD and how hemp is being revolutionary in the industry now. And I ended up buying a product from that event. And within 6 days of using the product consistently, about 6 drops in the morning and 6 drops at night, I noticed that in 6 days that the arthritis pain had gone completely. And, you know, that was really profound for me, having dealt with arthritis pain for so many years and just kind of building my routine with just being, you know, working around the pain. One thing you mentioned is exercise is so important. It's crucial to just keeping your joints loose. And so I did all of those things, but, you know, I did regimens with medication and, you know, ibuprofen for years. I've had 2 ulcers as a result of all of that. So to be able to find a product where I didn't have any side effects and it took away the pain, it was, you know, it was just life-changing for me. And to, you know, go forward with that, I ended up joining the company that next Saturday, which was just a couple of days later. Within a week, I ended up resigning from my full-time position as a registered nurse and just really getting into this industry full force. You know, fast forward, I'm here at Wakanna, and I'm so grateful to just be in this space with a company that is, you know, ethical and has a premium product.
Thank you so much, Shannon. I really appreciate you and your testimony and all that you're sharing. And I'm sure there's a lot of people on the line that may know someone with arthritis, be it rheumatoid or osteoarthritis or gout, where they can feel really comfortable with really starting the product and sharing it with others, as well as many other conditions that CBD has been shown to help with. I want to answer some questions now. There's some questions on the chat that you can put down. And one question is, can you please give folks the difference between what they see on bottles with hemp oil, CBD, and other forms of labeling? That is confusing. Great question. When you see the word hemp oil is not CBD. Hemp oil is from the seed of the hemp plant, and it is very, very nutritious. It's great in helping with those who may be deficient in omega-3, 6, and 9. It's a great source of protein, but unfortunately, hemp oil does not contain CBD. And what you find are that many companies will put the word CBD on the bottle, but when you turn the bottle around and you look at the ingredients, it's hemp seed oil. Okay. The other thing that you'll see is products that have MCT coconut oil. So again, they'll put the word CBD on the bottle, but when you turn the bottle around and read the ingredients, it's nothing but fillers, either MCT coconut oil or hemp seed oil. Both are very great for you, but they don't contain CBD. So if you are a consumer and you don't understand really what you're looking for, it can be very confusing. So you want to look for Wakanna products. Why? Because our products are unique. Our products are unique because we have enhanced our products, again, with organic certified essential oils like turmeric, black seed, and peppermint. Now, turmeric alone, we know all of the benefits, but turmeric truly has an anti-inflammatory effect on the body. Black seed, numerous studies where black seed even has shown to improve the beta cells of the pancreas. So those who have diabetes, the inflammation of the beta cells, the inflammation around joints and muscles have improved. Peppermint, again, another essential oil that's great for inflammation, also helps to improve the GI dysfunction that can occur. So you can see how unique our products are because we've taken it a step further in enhancing our CBD products with essential oils that we know directly address inflammation. Inflammation is the culprit in every single or chronic illness that we see today. Obesity, diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, arthritis, fibromyalgia. All of these chronic illnesses are a result of inflammation. So how do we decrease inflammation? We decrease inflammation by getting on a plant-based diet, an anti-inflammatory diet. We become active. You may say, Dr. Rita, I can't even get up and move my knees or my joints. That's why a diet, getting in the water, a non-weight-bearing exercise regimen like water aerobics, yoga, and then 3, incorporating CBD into your regimen. CBD, cannabidiol, our products can be taken topically. They can be taken as tinctures. They can be water solubles. They can be edibles and gummies, or you can even vape, or you can do a combination of all of the different methods of ingestion to really improve the inflammation, decrease inflammation and pain. And with that, your mood improves. With that, you're sleeping better. Again, when all of those things in this vicious cycle starts to be addressed, you have the quality of life that you've always wanted. The quality of life is then regained. So I can't stress enough how CBD, cannabidiol, and the other cannabinoids that we have in our full spectrum product, our power products, and even our broad spectrum products, our pure products can be absolutely an option for those who have arthritis. How is your product different than the products that would be obtained from a dispensary with a legal medical marijuana card? Absolutely a great, great question. The products that are in the medical marijuana dispensaries are products that are extracted from the marijuana species. Those products have a very high THC level and a low CBD level. See, CBD, cannabidiol, is needed for your body. So whenever you're looking for what we call a body high, it's not really a high, but addressing the body, we're looking for CBD. Whenever you're looking for a mind high, a euphoria, you're looking for THC. So the products in the medical marijuana dispensary typically have between 10 to 100% of THC and very little CBD. Now, there are some products in the dispensary that are like 14 to 1 or 20 to 1. They have high CBD amounts, but they're still sourced from the marijuana species, which means that if they're not a topical, you're going to get a little loopy. You're going to get a little high, right? So that's why patients love the CBD products in my practice, because they get the health benefits without the high. They get the health benefits of decreasing inflammation, decreasing pain, decreasing anxiety, decreasing blood sugar, decreasing blood pressure, decreasing all of the issues that we see in autoimmune diseases like fibromyalgia, inflammatory bowel disease, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease. They get all the health benefits without the high. So that's the difference. The medical marijuana products have a high THC level and they're sourced from the marijuana species. Our CBD products that are legal to consume and sell are sourced and extracted from the hemp species of the cannabis plant. Great question. Any other questions? We have about 6 minutes. You can put in the chat area of the webinar. There's a little chat area. You can put your questions. Remember, if you're on the line, you want to get back to whoever invited you on this call. Someone invited you that loves you, that cares about you, and really wants to see you on these products. You want to make sure that you give them a call as soon as you get off of this line. You can also contact me with any further questions, maybe later on tonight. You think of some questions. My email is drritamac@yahoo.com. That's DRRITAMAC@yahoo.com. drritamac@yahoo.com. What is the age limit? Well, the age limit, if someone like a child that has arthritis, I like to dose those children according to their weight. So I have a dosing chart. It has weight and it has severity of the condition, and that will determine how many drops of tincture or how many drops of water soluble that I would use. In children, I would use the broad spectrum product. Those are our products that are in white. They're called pure. Those products contain less than 0.0% THC. So the products from the dispensary will show up in random drops for work? Yes. If you go to the dispensary, a medical marijuana dispensary, you absolutely would test positive for THC. Any other questions? Great questions this evening. I want to make sure I got everyone, because we are down to 4 minutes before we say goodnight. Any other questions? Well, great. If there are no other questions, I want to again thank you for joining me. Each and every Wednesday, we talk about a different topic, a really relevant topic as it pertains to an option for CBD to be incorporated into your medicine cabinet. We talk about painkillers like Motrin, Aleve, ibuprofen, and even Tylenol. Long-term use of those very benign medications can cause kidney and liver damage. So that's why we really want to share with people that we love and care about. We want to share with them the magic of CBD. But remember, the magic is not just with CBD. That magic comes along with a good diet, an anti-inflammatory diet, exercise, of course, sleep, and CBD. So making an amazing Wakanna night again. Whoever invited you on this webinar, you want to make sure you contact them immediately so you can get your products ordered, you can get your questions answered. And again, my email is drritamac@yahoo.com. Your sponsors know how to contact me. If I can be of any further assistance, please let me know. Good night and God bless.